Mets starting catcher Francisco Alvarez is heading to the IL with a thumb sprain, which is both bad and good news. The bad side of it is obviously he's hitting the injured list, and any hand injury with Alvarez has to make you wince considering what his last couple years have been, where hand injuries have cost him a lot of time on the field. With that said, what the Mets are saying right now is he'll be reevaluated in 10 to 14 days with the assumption that maybe that thumb could heal up and he might be able to get back to getting on the field. Now, I talked about this on today's edition of Locked On Mets, and this was best case scenario in my mind, as I talked about on the show, where I said that it would probably be an IL stint regardless, but the hope would be that he could return maybe as soon as possible after that IL stint ended. Now, 10 days after this injury, if they look at the thumb and he's good to go, would they drop him right back into MLB competition? That I don't know. But Francisco Alvarez was red hot before this injury. That's why it is absolutely devastating that he's going down, just because of how well he was swinging the bat and really starting to show that promise of being potentially one of the best catchers in baseball. Now he's on the shelf for a little bit. Hopefully, though, he can be back for most of September, and if the Mets are to make the playoffs, he can still be the guy for them down the stretch. But you just don't know how he's going to swing the bat once he does return, and that's the thing that we're all going to be eager to see once he officially gets that clean bill of health. Hayden Sanger's up to replace him, but obviously you could expect Luis Torrens to start most games with Sanger spelling him here and there, and the Mets will have some good defenders behind the plate with those two, but certainly a big drop-off from the offensive production they were getting recently from their young catcher who unfortunately can't stay on the field, Francisco Alvarez. Please, somebody teach that man to slide while he can't use that hand right now. I don't want to see him dive into a base ever again.